The algorithm isn't killing you, okay? Boring, low conviction communication is. All right, so if you basically learn to talk with conviction and say something clearly, quickly, and often, you can make more videos faster, which is essentially the real key to succeeding on social media in 2026. So my name is Pedro Millan. I literally own 2 social media marketing agencies, both of them making 6 figures every single year. We have more than 68 million views for all of our clients, 100 appointments booked plus, and a Grammy to my name. And I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to make better content so you can make money online. So niche-based content is dead. I'll be honest with you. Not niches though. The way most of you think about them is essentially like, you have to make a content strategy, you have to make a channel, you have to make your own profile based upon a specific niche. And to be consistently honest with you, especially on this video and multiple videos that I have on my channel overall, you're basically assessing over whether it be real estate, whether it be SMMA, whether it be weight loss, whether it be fitness, whether it be nutrition, this, that, and the third. But the creators in 2026 that are winning have all one thing in common, and they basically talk with conviction to the camera, like I'm talking to you right now. So they basically waste no time, and they make more content faster because the better you communicate, the more videos you'll be able to create. And in 2026, this game is all about volume, okay? Niche is dead, and conviction is the new meta. So the problem with niche-based content overall is that the old advice is like, you gotta pick a niche, you gotta stick to it, and you never deviate. But however, that keeps you a little bit paralyzed because you start to think to yourself, it's like, should I be the content guy? Should I be the real estate guy? Should I be the fitness coach guy? Should I be the UGC girly? Should I be the money online guy? Well, the point that I'm trying to make here is that niches still matter, right? But posting in niche doesn't necessarily make people care, right? People follow energy, people follow clarity, people follow clarification and conviction, right? Not just basically hashtags or content folders that people would be maybe considered in. People are a lot more convoluted than people think. Things are not black and white, especially now in 2026. They're more so a little bit of gray. So I run agencies, right? I work with creators and I talk about content and I want to make sure that all these things are not necessarily just pigeonholed every single time I make content, right? It's literally not one tiny niche. It's like the reason people stick around, at least on my channels and whatnot, is because of it's the way that I talk in these videos. Literally, there's no rough edits. Well, at least there's no like rough cuts or edits or anything like that. It's literally just me talking to the camera. And how often people show up are based off of the energy that I even provide to my videos overall, plus the overall value that I provide to the videos every single time. So what actually wins in 2026, like I mentioned before, is essentially conviction and communication, right? So I want you to reframe your niche into your point of view. So your real niche is who you're talking to, what you believe in, and how clearly can you say it in under 10 minutes on long form and maybe 60 seconds within short form, right? For example, if I were to use my stuff, like literally the stuff that I was on my channel, I would be like, I talk to creators and business owners who want to make money online with content. Simple, right? And the beliefs that I've shared is that 2026 is a volume game, right? Posting is not necessarily a content strategy. Making offers is. Or you're basically a mini studio. Stop thinking like a YouTuber begging for views and start thinking like Netflix and owning a studio of your own. That's my niche, right? Not content, but content that prints appointments and money, right? So if you sound unsure in your videos, people aren't going to follow you. They're literally going to look at a person and be like, he's using the buts and the ums and this, that, and whatever, and seems unsure about his stuff. And it doesn't matter what niche you're in or what you try to promote. If you sound certain, specific, and fast, people are going to gravitate towards that. You can literally see it in a church. You could see it in a public speaking. You could see it anywhere. If literally people have so much emotion, so much passion, and they're very convicted about what they say and how they communicate, people are going to listen. People are going to follow. So then why communication equals more videos, right? So I want you to essentially connect this to the volume game that I've literally preached on my channel all the flipping time. And literally in the time that you have in between tasks when you're making videos. It's like, this is really what it matters. It's like the faster you can say something clearly, the faster you can hit record, which means the faster that you can post, right? Because you don't have to edit anything. You're just basically talking to the camera and just acting as yourself, right? For example, a couple things that you could do is less rambling, which means less editing, right? If you can literally hit one clean video with just one attempt, right, in 30 to 60 seconds, then you already got a short form video. If that's the same case for a 5-minute video or a 10-minute video, then you got a long form video, right? You can literally put the time in between the tasks that like you have throughout your day, like going on a walk, like all this, that, and third, every time I preach on this channel, and literally make that into a video immediately. And you don't have to literally go buy an editor or like literally ask somebody to basically clean up the footage that you're making, right? Because you're basically talking to the camera with more clarity because you're not rambling. Second thing is that better communication equals fewer retakes. It's like literally just one take. You don't have to waste time literally hitting the record button and just going and going and going and going hours on end just to make one video, which sucks, right? And the more time you have, the more time you can actually spend on making more videos. Very simple. And the last thing is like more finished videos equals more shots on the goal. Let's say, for example, like you actually make a bunch of videos. So let's say like 1, 2, 3, however many videos a day, right? And then one of those videos happen to go viral. Well, fantastic. Now you have an outlier video that you can actually double down on. Whereas traditionally, if you did maybe of one video a week, you wouldn't have enough data points in order to figure out what videos actually work for your audience or for your channel overall. So then my thing is, if the more you put out, the more inputs equals more outputs. The more that I try, the more that I win every single time. So the key thing here is that the better you speak, the faster you ship. The faster you ship, the richer your content library gets. That library is essentially your real asset in order to use for the future, not necessarily your niche, okay? So here's how you can basically talk to conviction, just like about a couple points, so that way you can actually use this on a consistent basis. So the first thing, we're gonna include a 3-part framework, because we know you love frameworks, okay? So the first thing is always know your one sentence, being your hook. The most important thing is like literally before you hit record, I want you to answer the question, what's the one sentence I'm trying to tattoo into their brain, right? Like, what is the first thing that I want them to hear and to hold as the concept of the video literally going throughout the whole time that they're watching it, right? An example would be, inbound doesn't mean you do nothing. Or every comment is a lead, right? If I'm basically like preaching to people who want to develop a social media marketing agency, or if they want to create literally business for themselves as they're making their content, right? Or another one would be, your job isn't to go viral. Your job is to communicate clearly enough that one right person takes action. Very simple. So literally just know your hook like the back of your hand, and it has to be something that you genuinely believe in, okay? Next thing is essentially speak like you're speaking to one person. Every single time I literally talk in these videos, I talk to as if I'm talking to my best friend or one of my best friends, basically teaching them about a subject that I'm very convicted about. Like, for example, stop saying hello guys in today's video, right? You hear me on these videos that I basically say, in this video, we're going to be talking about this. Or my name is Pedro Millan. If you've never watched any of my channels, I have literally like all of my social proof. So obviously I prove to you, the viewer that's actually watching this right now, that I have the ability to talk about what I can talk about, if that makes sense. An example would be like, bro, niche-based content is not your issue. You're just not saying anything clearly. I'm literally talking to a friend. Like, I would say that to a friend of mine today. You know what I'm saying? And the last thing is essentially cutting the fluff relentlessly, right? So like, I want you to start deleting the 30-second intro that you're talking about your life and how this, that, and the third and everything, because nobody cares, really. Everybody just wants to get to the nitty-gritty and literally just learn from you the one thing that you're trying to teach them in the specific video, especially when it comes to your specific audience that enjoys fitness, bread making, food making, nutrition, whatever it is that you basically talk about. So you can say literally, especially in the social media marketing case, it's like, if you're making money online with content or trying to, your problem is not your niche. It's basically that you can't say what you do without breathing hard, if that makes sense. So just to recap, the framework is literally always know your one sentence, which is essentially the hook, as literally the precedence for the video. Number 2, speak like you're talking to one person. And number 3, cut the fluff relentlessly. So here's a little simple daily conviction drill. So something actionable that you could use today to literally just basically talk about anything that you want. If it's a short form video, it's going to be a rant about something that you're very convicted about. And I want you to pick something that's one belief about how you make content, how you work out, how you make money, how you get out of a ticket or whatever it is that you basically talking about on your specific channels and whatnot. You're going to write one sentence thesis, which essentially be your hook. And then from there, you're just going to hit record and rant for like roughly 30 to 60 seconds. And if it's the same case for long form, you would do that for 5 to 10 minutes, right? Watch it back and make sure that you ask yourself, did I sound sure? Did I get to the point within the first 3 seconds, or in the sense of like the first 30 seconds, let's say in the long form video? Would I watch me, right? You stack this for about 30 days, and then you're starting to understand that when you're filming, right, it becomes way easier and it's much more automated when you're basically making yourself a better communicator at the end of it all, right? You're no longer spending 45 minutes to record one video and you're banging out 3 to 5 pieces of content every single hour, which is awesome. So here's the thing. This is niche 2.0. What do you do instead, right? So stop asking yourself, what niche should I pick? Start asking yourself, who do I want to talk to every day for the next however many years you want to be doing YouTube, right? It's like, the next question you should ask, what problems of theirs can I speak about with conviction right now? For me, it has always been making videos. You should make videos online, get on social media in order to make money online, because I have, and multiple clients of mine have done the same. And the last one would be, can I explain how I help them in 2 to 3 sentences without sounding confused, right? So an example for me, which I help people that make content online so that way they can make money, it's the who being creators and business owners who want to turn content into clients or turn content into money. And the problems that I consistently talk about is not making money with content or treating social media like a lottery, not a pipeline. And obviously not owning IP or intellectual property or systems like a studio in order to pump out as much content as possible. And then have one clear promise being, I help make content that actually gets you paid in 2026, right? So that is essentially your niche now. It's a person plus a problem plus your loud opinion about it. It's very simple. Everything else is just noise. So if you liked the video, make sure to like and comment and subscribe to let me know what videos I should be making. And on top of that, for putting your bell notifications on so that way we can actually help you get these videos to you as soon as possible so that we can actually help me help more people on a consistent basis. Otherwise, if you guys are interested in actually making content or helping anybody with marketing overall via a social media marketing agency or just a marketing agency in general, you can click the first link in the description and literally learn how to make that into a 6-figure income in less than 90 days. We've helped a bunch of people already and we'd love to help more. On top of that, if you love the video so much, you can basically watch some video that's around here that's been recommended by YouTube and literally just go out of town and just literally just watch that video. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.